Welcome back. One final point before we go tonight. Congressman Steve Scalise still in critical condition after a shooting by a left-wing extremist. That's right, I said left-wing extremist. The progressive lunatic voted for Bernie Sanders. He volunteered for Bernie's campaign. The shooter protested in favor of taxing the rich. He loved Rachel Maddow. He posted anti-Trump rants on his Facebook page, and he belonged to a Facebook group called The Road to Hell is Paved with Republicans. The attacker claimed Trump should be thrown in prison for treasonous collusion with Russia. You can pretend there is no political connection in this attack, but if you do that, you're lying. The thing is, and so many people are too afraid to say it, political violence is normal in the Democratic Party. Look at history. Look at the Weather Underground. Look at the Black Panthers. Look at the feminists behind the Women's March. Razmaya O'Day, she killed 2 Israeli students with a bomb. Assata Shakur, the heroine of the Black Lives Matter founders, she killed a New Jersey state trooper, was convicted for it, escaped from prison and fled to communist Cuba. President Obama himself launched his political career in the home of Bill Ayers, a domestic terrorist who bombed the U.S. Capitol. Political violence is the status quo for the extreme left, and the rest of the Democratic Party, well, they just ignore it. They justify it. Antifa destroying college campuses to incite anarchy, well, they were just offended by Ann Coulter, the left says, justifying. Black Lives Matter mobs burning down businesses, looting stores, rioting in the streets, setting fire to protesters, shooting each other in the midst of the fury, well, they were just righteously indignant, the left says, protesting police violence, justifying. Anti-Trump protesters throwing rocks at police officers, pepper spraying an 8-year-old girl, flipping police cars and punching people in the face, well, they were just standing up to bigotry, the left claims, justifying. Punch a Nazi, bash the fash, a day without white people on campus, Madonna proclaiming she's thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House, the New York Public Theater glorifying the mock assassination of President Trump, and leftist media personalities calling it a masterful performance, Kathy Griffin holding the fake bloody severed head of President Donald Trump, all justifiable in the eyes of the left because in their eyes, who doesn't hate President Trump anyway? Each and every time, the left justifies the violence. They explain it away. They couch their condemnation with empathy. They feed the already festering lunatics until one of them pulls the trigger and Congressman Steve Scalise ends up in the hospital in critical condition. It's easier to blame guns than to face the truth, but the truth is, this attack was political violence, perpetrated by a left-wing progressive psycho who wanted to kill Republicans because they were Republicans. And it's never going to stop until the left stops justifying it. And that's my final point tonight. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, and until then, have a good night.